What is up, folks? Welcome back to another live stream repair. Gosh, let's clean this up really quick before we get started. Yeah, this mess just keeps plaguing the corner of my eye here. Got all sorts of stuff in here. Wow, look at this. We've got a bunch of T6 bits. We've got some solder paste. We've got low melt solder. Wow. Wow. Got some tweezers. Kapton tape. You gotta be kidding me. Been looking for some of this. Oh, we'll get Mr. Brick put back together again one day. Some solder mask. More tweezers. Those ones are pretty bungled. Ton of screws. Okay, well, I think I'm gonna keep all the screws here because I like having a whole bunch of spares, but we'll organize those soon so I don't have to dig through them. And anyways, here we go. Welcome back to another live stream repair. That looks literally the same as before. Whatever. Who are we going to work on today? We've got Matt up first. Matt with some bad bass, it seems. Let's get that powered up and see what we've got. And load up the rest of the names up for today. So, Matt, and then it's going to be Adam. They've also got some bad bass. And then we've got Mark with no power. Then we've got an anonymous no power. And then we've got Ganymede. Ganymede. So, that last one's going to be a special one. It's already been worked on. And, we'll see what's wrong with it once we get to it. But let's see what's next. We got two.
I'm having trouble connecting.
Wow, that's quite a pop. So, the DC filters seem to have gone bad and are causing that loud popping. Hopefully they didn't roast the subwoofer speaker. But let's get Matt messaged. And then who's next? We're gonna do Adam. That's gonna be 3617. We'll shoot them a quick message. Alright. The first few folks have been messaged. Let's get started. I'm all out of Tim's tears. I ran out. So we're kind of raw dogging these today. This will be fun. Why'd you take your MacBook apart? Why'd you take it apart in the first place? That hurts. Come out. Oh! Why is that not coming off? So stupid. This stupid glue. I swear, Tim Cook, I'm gonna glue your butthole shut with this stuff. See how you like it. Let's move on. That has never been such a problem before, even without rubbing alcohol. The subwoofer survived. Oh, gotta replace that. Man, I'm already wiped out after that. Okay, let's get up close. Let's get those filters replaced, and then we'll see if it needs anything else. Oh, come on. What a day. What a Friday. I'm gonna freak out. I'm gonna freak out. At least that worked out really well. Perfect. Alright, and of course we have a 48K data diode, no shortage of things waiting to cause issues in these HomePods, but we'll take care of it. These fail and cause no power. We'll see a couple of them later today that have already failed. Oh, good for them. Good for your friend. Alright. And back together we go. Cool. I did grab an extra. Adam, welcome back. And yes, they cut the drawstrings literally down. What they do is, instead of tying the slack together like the first gen, they tie them together in a knot after it's tightened, and then cut it right down to the edge of the knot. So as soon as you untie it, it's already too short to do anything with. And then once you loosen the mesh, it pulls through, and you're boned.
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet.
That is a lot better. No more popping like popcorn. Let's pull out good Sir Adam's HomePod here. Thanks for joining us. Let's get that booted up so we can take a quick listen while we get things switched around and shoot the next fella a message. We've got 3653 for Mark. All right.
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet. For more info, check the Home app.
Actually, this one sounds fine. Adam, did I, let's see, did I write this down wrong? Let me check our messages really quick here. What were we saying? You just need serviced, and it shouldn't have any issues with it. Okay, that's right. That's right. So this one should just be some maintenance. Here we go. Let's see what it's got inside waiting for us. That's right, that's right. So many HomePods, it's hard to keep track, at least on the top of my head, who's got what these days. I used to be but like a teacher with only a dozen students or so I could remember each of my students' names by heart. But now I've got dozens of students a day and I can't remember them, any of them. Oh, that's right, that's right. I had you written down for bad bass because that was what the last one you said was for. And I just made you another label. There we go. Mystery solved. No concerns with the subwoofer. I think we all have concerns for you, Stefan. I think we're all concerned for you. Right on. Alright, do we need... No, we don't. So we've got a 26K data code here. These ones don't fail and cause power issues. Our 10 ohm resistor looks great. Gosh, I think that's it. Let's get this back together with a new subwoofer gasket, and that will wrap this one up. What are some of the things that make the HomePods unrepairable if you pull parts from dead HomePods? What are some of the frequent unrepairable issues? It's hard to think about. It's pretty rare to come across something we can't fix these days. I mean, really, It's pretty rare again, but if you've got one with no base, sometimes the main amp chip will have blown up so hard that it's burned out the traces on the board, and frankly, I don't feel like rebuilding them. Another one, and this one's a little more common, but with HomePods that have like blinking volume buttons or boot looping issues, you don't know if it's a software or a hardware issue that causes it without trying a few things. But once you've determined that it is a hardware issue, then there's a few different hardware issues that cause that behavior. So one of those is the A8, the SoC, the CPU essentially. Unlike the NAND, if the NAND's BGA goes bad, I can reball the NAND. But reballing the CPU is much more difficult because it's basically multiple chips BGA soldered on top of each other. Those I pass on. Yeah, it's not the silicone itself that's failing, it's the solder, the BGA that attaches it to that connects it to the board that's failing. But resoldering it is not trivial. It's lots of tiny solder balls with multiple chips stacked vertically on top of each other. It's a nightmare. I do believe what new components that are out there. I mean, the only new component for the first gen HomePod you can buy are the subwoofers. And chances are the ones that are being sold as new are, ones that fell off a truck somewhere during the original HomePod production or overstock from the manufacturing factory. But nobody, as far as I know, is making any new stuff currently for the first gens. So at a whole component level, there's nothing you can get. You gotta salvage them from other HomePods unless it's that subwoofer, as I was saying. At a component level, of course, there's all sorts of, diodes, resistors, capacitors. Pretty much all of that's non-proprietary. It's nothing special. If you know what went wrong, and you can repair it. You can usually replace it. I'm gonna take a nap after this one. How about that? How do credit scores work in Serbia? Is it pretty much the same as it is in the US? Did I ask how do credit cards work? I think I meant how does a credit score work in Serbia? Of course I know how credit cards work there. Here we go. Well, you don't want to destroy your credit early on, Stephanie. What you want to do is you want to build up good and great credit, so that way you've got more to destroy with later. Like, who wants to ruin their credit score over a credit card with a $500 limit? Work at it. Build it up. Get like $10, $20, $30,000 in credit cards and then ruin yourself.
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet. For more info, check the Home app.
Alright. Alright, fine and dandy. Let's move on to Mark with no power. This should be a nice, easy one. After Mark is going to be 3510. So let's see what we've got here. No lights, no power, no nothing. Couple of watts from the wall. That all looks like the usual dead diode. Let's get it fixed. Beautiful. Haha, that's perfect, Adam. Exactly. Exactly. Alright. A little bit of maintenance first, and then we'll take care of the actual power problem. These 4 filters, we've replaced them enough times, but if you're just now joining, these are ceramic capacitors. They love to go bad over time, whether they're being used or not, they'll go bad. And when they do, they cause death farts and all sorts of bass issues. And they do go bad often enough in these that it warrants replacing them whenever we've got the chance. How many likes for me to turn on share play for the stream? 100. You're gonna have to pay me some big likes to turn on share play today, I'm sorry. I've spoiled you with the share plays. Tell you what though, you can hold me to it. We will do it on Monday. So you can get me 100 likes and we'll do it today, or you can hang tight till Monday and I'll give you my word. I'll give you share play on Monday. There it is, our 46K dated dead diode. Let's get that replaced. No, there isn't a limit to how many Google accounts you have, but they will, they won't count the likes from all of your fake accounts, unfortunately. A friend who told me. I wouldn't know that myself. No, Stefan, do not give me your money with your credit card. Especially not with your credit card. I would not be happy to take part in ruining your credit for a tip. I would be a disappointed dad.
having trouble connecting to the internet.
Beautiful. It's now time for number 3510. They have no power. Last up is Ganymede. Let's see here. No lights, no power, no nothing. A couple of watts from the wall. That looks like, yep, the usual dead diode. Here we go. Listen, shuffle hands. That was a brief moment in one stream out of what? Thousands. At least 1,000. And I gave you fair warning. Captain Schwool, welcome, welcome. Is that Marvin? Is that Marvin with an alt account? Alright, you all know the drill. Let's get it some new fart filters, and then we'll flip it around and fix the dead diode. And then we'll move on to the interesting repair for today. There it is, our 46K dated dead diode. Let's get that replaced with a new, bigger, better one that won't fail again. What's going on in the chat? What are you guys doing? Will I be your sugar daddy, aka gifting you HomePods? Oh goodness. If I could afford it, yeah, sure. I can't even get any HomePods for myself right now. Literally the day that one shows up through me for parts, I'm gutting it and using them. Times are tough. HomePod pictures, no mesh. I don't want to look at the battery health on my Apple Watch Ultra. I have been absolutely neglecting and abusing that thing's battery. Constantly running it dead flat and then leaving it totally dead flat for days at a time before finding it and charging it back up fully. And then leaving it on the charger for days at a time before putting it back on. I don't wear it every day. It's a first gen Ultra. I'm not flexing. Don't get me wrong. I'm not flexing. It's a first gen Ultra. I got it right before they disabled the ECG or whatever. So I still have all of the extra fancy medical features that all the other ones don't have, unless they rolled that back now. But as far as I know, you still don't have the ECG on a lot of the US Apple Watches. it's time for the fun one. We got Ganymede here with a few problems, it seems. I'm kind of scared to power it up here, but let's go ahead and do it. Yeah, alright, it's turning on.
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet.
Very good, very nice. Alright, here we go. So what's up with this one? This one, let's pull up their email here. I have 2 broken HomePods, and I successfully repaired one of them with your videos, while probably made the other one worse. First HomePod, repair successful, no power issue, it was a dead diode, and they also replaced the capacitors for good measure. Second HomePod, loud popping. They did the same repair as the first one, they replaced the diode and the capacitors, but now it boots to blinking volume buttons. Before their repair, of course, it had no such problem. And there you go, there's the blinkies. So, this could be caused by a few things. It's kind of unlikely that this is a software issue, given that they were working on it and it was working fine before they worked on it, and then suddenly it developed this problem. Most likely they broke something. There's a few different parts inside that you can break that will cause similar issues. So let's get this apart and see if we can't save them. Oh, I get people asking me all the time too, like, if they try to fix their own HomePod, and then they decide they want to send it in to me instead, do they get a discount if they've already taken it apart and put it back together? No, you don't get a discount. It only takes me 5 minutes to take these things apart. You're not really saving me any time or effort. Matter of fact, I should charge you more if you've already tried working on it, because I don't know what I'm getting into, and I could be signing myself up for one heck of a loss for a repair. But I do it, of course, to make a bit of money on the side and make life a little easier to live, but I do it a lot mostly more for the thrill of the fix. It's fun seeing all the different issues coming in, how people have messed up. So the first bits I want to look at are up top here. We can go ahead and save ourselves some guesswork here and try a known good logic board in this. Hopefully it still doesn't work. That would point to it being a hardware issue deeper down. Let's see. I really don't want it to be this this logic board. We can try a software restore if it ends up being the case, but I'm gonna doubt. Uh-oh. Alright, so what's that mean? It's probably that logic board. Let's go ahead and attempt a software restore then, I guess. Let's hope that maybe they just, unplugged it at the wrong time and made the software very unhappy here. It would be a strange coincidence that they took this apart for for popping issues, and as soon as they get it back together, it develops. Frankly, either issues with the logic board, be it software or hardware issues. It's strange either way. Alright, we've got our adapter attached. Our handy dandy 3D printable custom HomePod USB adapter. You can make them yourself. You can buy one from me if you don't feel like making one yourself. You can go to my website, nixfix.com, head to the shop, and that's where you can find everything you need to know to get one for yourself. Okay. Let's get a terminal window going. And what's it gonna have for us? I don't like how long that took. Alright. Let's catch up with the chat here. Black Ultra 2 looks good. Oh yes, it does. Oh, Ganymed's here with us. Very good, very nice. Welcome, welcome. The subwoofer sounds bad because, of course, I didn't tell them to properly put it all the way back together. I essentially told them just to put it together well enough that it won't fall apart and damage anything further in shipping. So I'm sure things aren't fully sealed back up. We'll take care of that, no worries. I want to get this logic board sorted out first, and then we can take a look at the inside, double check Ganymed's work here, and see if anything needs maybe a little cleaning up before we tidy this up. Would you look at that? It's freaking restoring. It is restoring. Ganymed, you lucky son of a gun. It is restoring. Beautiful. Folks, that is actually, we are all out of time now, but that is perfect timing. This is going to take another 10, 15, 20 minutes to finish, so what we're going to do is let this finish. I'm going to let it test overnight to make sure that there wasn't a hardware issue that caused the blinking volume buttons, and then we will wrap Ganymed's HomePod up. And we've also, of course, we've got a bunch more HomePods waiting to get fixed. I had like 6 more show up today, but we are all out of time for here now. So, folks, I hope you all enjoyed this live stream repair. No, I'm not doing a Krusty the Clown impersonation. I'd have to practice before I just whip one out like that for you. I'd absolutely butcher it and embarrass myself. But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this live stream repair. And actually, you know, we'll go ahead and hang out. I think I've got another few minutes here for us to wait and see if this at least finishes restoring. So give me a second. I'm gonna mute myself. I'm gonna go ahead and mute my microphone. I gotta take care of something really quick. I will be right back. Keep an eye on that for me, especially right here. 46%, very nice. He's gotta go practice his Krusty the Clown impersonation. Yeah, the screen is kind of. Oh, no, that is straight up dust. Goodness. How do you build the IPSW again? If you go to the GitHub guide, you can find steps at the very, very bottom. Yeah, very bottom, I have a section, how to build your own IPSW. Did I put, yeah, cool, so I've got the 18.4.1 firmware keys up there for you too, so you can use those. I gotta add to the guide exactly how we're updating these firmware keys every release. Stefan's getting his credit card today. His score is boned. Countdown. Oh, he's excited for Monday. Yeah, I bet he's excited for Monday. He wants to blow up my speakers. It's a combination of an Apple TV full restore IPSW and the corresponding version of HomePod over-the-air firmware, which is a .zip. So you take the Apple TV .IPSW and the HomePod over-the-air .zip, and you basically smash them together. It's getting close. It's getting close. It's just checking. It's wrapping a few things up. It's looking good. Ooh. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes. Yes. restore, finished. Give it a second. Just wait. Just you wait. Wait for it. Keep waiting for it. There it is. Alright, let's go ahead and fix that up really quick. Now that we know we've got a good working logic board, we can put a little more effort into this. Alright. Ooh. I found the problem. But I don't know if that's just because they didn't, for all we know, they were just, putting it together to keep it together. Let's get this off. Subwoofer smells good, looks good. Well, let's see how you did here. The filters look okay. I'm kind of tempted to at least give them a reflow, but no, they're on there. They're not going anywhere. I'll leave it alone. Your diode, you did absolutely perfect on. A plus there. What's going on over here? Looks like you were cleaning something up and got some fibers on that stuff. Everything else looks good. Good job, man. Let's get this back together nice and proper. Did Google ever fix that Chromecast audio bug? I don't even know what you're talking about, actually. Is there a way you can buy a Mini and route its audio to an Apple TV? You want to route the Mini's audio to an Apple TV? I'm not sure I understand. I don't think I follow. That sounds backwards. You want to go from HomePod to Apple TV to iPod Hi-Fi. Why are you starting from the HomePod is what I'm confused about. Like, why do you want to use the HomePod as the starting point? Besides the point, there is a way. So what you would do is you would start playing the music on your HomePod Mini. Of course, you would then go to your control center. You would go control other speakers. You would go to your Mini that's playing, and you can add to that Mini other speakers to play to. You can tell that Mini to play whatever it's playing on other speakers and other Apple TVs. So then you can feed the Apple TV's signal to the iPod Hi-Fi however you want to accomplish that. I mean, you could plug the Apple TV into a regular TV that has an auxiliary output. You could find an HDMI to 3.5mm adapter and do that straight from the Hi-Fi to the TV, or straight from the Apple TV to the Hi-Fi. There are options. New subwoofer gasket. We trust not the old foam stuff. You don't want to take the guts out from the mini and slap it into the hi-fi because you don't know what they are doing to the audio signal for the mini. Like the mini only has such a wide frequency response. It has nowhere near the bass response that the hi-fi has. It's not going to be a full range audio signal, to my understanding. So you're giving, if you were to take the speaker signal from inside of a mini and feed that to another speaker, you're basically taking a gimped audio signal, more or less tuned specifically for the mini's speaker. It's not going to be ideal. Also, I'm being lazy. I don't want to put all the screws into this basket. I've got another one here that already has them all. If I can remember to, I'll send all of your spare screws back with your HomePod here, Ganymede. Oh, one other thing I want to do really quick is make some of these scratches just a little less obvious. we can take a white chalk marker and just color that in. It's not going to be perfect, but it's going to be much less noticeable than what they had before. Prototype black hi-fi? Shuffle hands, what are you talking about? I don't think I've seen what you were talking about. Oh, that is beautiful. Who got that? Where's that picture from? I need to know more. Search with Google Lens. Whose black hi-fi is this? Oh, it's from 9 to 5 Mac? Yeah, I'm never gonna get my hands on one. Wow. That is beautiful. This is not rare. Used to see it in every Apple store in those years. Okay, dude. Okay. Why don't we see them for sale anywhere then? Anyways, that's all that I've got the time for. We're a little actually overtime here, but it was all worth it. We got this one looking, working, and sounding better than new. Well, can't do much about the looks, but it looks pretty good for what it is. So I hope you folks all enjoyed this live stream repair, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Goodbye.